What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hard Carry, where we're carrying CDL matches from Twitch straight to you. I'm here today with my co-host, Kat. What's up, Kat?
Hey, what's going on, Myth? What's going on, guys? All right, today we got Faze looking in on an S&D match, their S&D match is gonna play fucking prevalent, but they're going against Florida. We're here with Hotel Hardpoint to start it off, and we're online with a DZ. The first point God tier, first blood master, and there it is. Oh, Sim got the first blood.
Yeah, he absolutely has to be, as you said. It feels like
Sim
So
got
at
it
the
this
beginning of the
time.
match, Faze taking it.
I don't even know which one you may
But we're
think
looking for
is worse,
control.
honestly,
Florida
Jay.
still
What
has a
you prefer,
chance.
flight to lose
Brad
3-0
coming
or
around
you
for
lose the
that
game
kill
5
is
round 11? Which one would you choose?
I think the flight 3-0 because that means you actually have to leave your
it's
house.
really hard to say. I think I'm
Get
gonna
on a
get
flight,
back and
check your
just
bag
watch
at
this
the
game unfold.
airport, and unfortunately instantly flew right back home after that series versus Minnesota. So I think if you are Florida, it's all about making the
Yeah,
statement.
this
last
P1's always
today.
always real iffy, but then it looks like Florida's got P2 spawns.
In a majority of the better spots, winning
You
their
know, I have a
rotations and
theory
their
about
setups
P1.
have been great as well.
So
And
you
already
know how,
starting this
like,
game, you find
the
12
most
seconds off
wanted
P1,
side
you're
is
able to
near
flip those
P2
spawns over towards
stairs,
P2.
obviously, like any other hard
They're
point.
just doing the fundamentals
I feel
correct
like
right now.
spawning outside is the
Hope
better
they had
spawn
that
for
pre-check when
P1.
I came down to the airport. Regardless of it, as you said,
I mean, initially,
It's
yes, but you have to
easier to
get
break.
back there with still before
Right.
the next one
But it's
spawns.
so easy to do off that first. It simply relies on the time it takes for each team to get to that first hill. Grenades involved. It's so easy to break P1 from the outside side off the first break. Then you rotate after that and game on. Brad, looking a little cracked up.
Yeah, that's just nasty work right there of Atlanta. Faze, you're
Have
straight
it.
on through
Put
middle
in
arch.
hit
You're able to
markers
find
and
every
not
single
getting
kill.
hit.
Now it's all up
I
to
feel your
Slasher. He
pain.
does find two. The rest of his teammates are finally back into
Yep.
the play, but Florida is still doing a great job just contesting this hill to the
That's a
very
little
end.
bit around.
Until you have to challenge Celium, who eventually
Let's
finds
see how
two
high that
Capsule,
ceiling
at
is
least
we were
there for
talking
the
about
trade.
earlier.
Now they don't have the spawns. Florida
Oops.
Mutineers, final 10 is going to be theirs, but this next play is all
Oof.
going to fall into the hands of Brack, the only player from Florida Mutineers.
That's the only
Oh
bad
man,
part.
you're way behind me
Getting
now.
yourself
That's the only bad thing that happens whenever you're running like that and gunning.
With them now, it's pretty much a mono
So
on
true.
3 fight. Yep, he eventually does get taken down. However, in the meantime, Fellow and Havoc, at least
After this game, let's reset.
Alright.
Now for Tyler Fellow
Reboot
to
our
be
streams
back,
or
tosses out
whatever.
the stun, gets the information, the kills continue to
Well,
go
I think
the way
we're
of
like a
Florida,
2.5,
and there
3
you
second
go.
split.
That's going to be the break for them. That has been their primary method of success here, Jay, on their hotel hardpoints, has been those breaks.
Yeah, that's a big break indeed, because they were able, even with losing a couple gunfights off the rotation, the only player on that point was Brack. All of his teammates
There's
were able to win their
info, but
one-on-one
there's not
engagements.
much gunfight going
Eventually
on
hold down the
for
hill, but Atlanta Faze
Celium
find a way
doing
right
what he
back
does
on in.
best.
Only player here now is Havoc,
For
who
no
actually
reason.
finds two, so the test is still going to be there.
Still almost a tie game going into P4 here.
As we now have basically a rotation over toward the bar, it is basically a tie game
Hey, he just said that too.
through 3.
Yep.
And a few shots extra there from Slasher just to ensure that the trophies are now gone. Faze trying to set up shop, and there you go. A quick
Slasher
3 down,
killed
now
a Beezy,
lightens the
though.
load, makes things that much more easy. As Celium
Team
bringing
kills
that
keeping
7
people
out.
off the
Slash
point.
was
Do
the
that on
final boss.
occasion, typically P5s on Embassy, but
Look, when
sometimes
Thanos
just
snapped
working
his
out on a
fingers,
3
did all
spreadsheet, if he
just the
can
bad
extend it,
guys die,
eventually
or
does
did all the
fall.
good guys die?
And
No,
from there,
everybody
Florida fired
did.
a few
Yep.
in a row, and now they've
50%.
got the time.
50%.
Yeah, Florida so far.
And
just
Slasher
keeping
has
the
to
game really
keep the
scrappy.
ratio
Whenever
alive.
they need to trade, they're finding a couple kills. They're also
It's
putting
true.
a lot of
Very
pressure on
true.
knowing where the spawns are coming in.
Now,
On the side of
with a
Atlanta
50%
Faze,
ratio,
Capsule was
and that
able to
aspect
find
being a
3, but
2.0
Celium
or a
with the 2
0.5?
piece Semtex was able to
0.5.
get him off for that time.
Agreed.
Such a back and forth hard point. I think this is a must win for the Florida Mutineers.
Slasher
Your best
looking
hard point
nasty
goes.
today.
And going up against Atlanta Faze, who struggled in this
Golly.
mode as of recent.
Wow.
Lost their last 5 in a row.
Wow.
Just need to get back to the fundamentals. The Slash
Yeah,
is
he
able to
is.
find 3, but it's going to be about
He
this
must have
one-on-one
covered
battle
his
for the
bill of his
rotation.
hat.
And fellow wins.
There's another Twitter account,
and here
Slasher's
comes a
hat.
Beezy, so now it's gonna be
Slasher's
Faze who have momentary
hat.
control, but as we head in toward red
Celium's
zone,
cushion
Beezy
smell.
for the Mutineers, that's going to slow their progress up.
No,
Jay,
two
kind of getting
reals
on
cushion.
conversation with that. I mean, if
Two
you're
reals
Faze, as you said, we
cushion.
know the hard point loss streak. What do
reals
you,
pillow.
as an outside
Standy's
spectator,
water
right,
bottle.
as a former pro player yourself, like,
Scrappy's
what are you
glasses.
looking at for Faze? What has been the biggest
Big
issue,
weight
things that they need
skater.
to improve on?
It's just fundamentals, man. Like, you guys have the talent. You guys
A-
have the go.
a-
We
a
just gotta
seams
make the
hand
game a lot
towel.
more simple. It's not all about challenging
A
every
seams
corner, flying
ponytail.
around every corner. It's all about playing some corners sometimes.
Envoy's hand
Make sure you're
warmers.
playing a little bit safe, playing your
Or,
life, and just getting the
cancel that
fundamentals
last,
down
seems
pat,
top
making the
knot.
game easier for yourself. I feel like with Atlanta
You
Faze,
know
we're
how
talking
it's
about
a
the talent
ponytail
on this
sometimes,
team.
but it's
They
on the
always
top of
use
his
it
head
on the
other
break on
times.
hard point. But when you
Yeah.
get the fundamentals in play, that's when the scoreline starts to get really lopsided for this team.
Yeah, see if they can start to make those improvements.
Brax
And right now, the
gauges.
game is
Stand
looking
right in.
absolutely phenomenal for them. What 125 to 68. If you are the Mutineers, something has got to
Brax
change.
flex.
An improvement has to be made, and maybe it could come through the hands of Capital. A bit of a slow performance in that series yesterday.
Draws his
over
parka.
Wisconsin.
And-
Now he's playing from the home
And
facility.
the classic Kenny's Y
Looking to
button,
make a
of
play
course.
Of
even
course.
as we head
Draws
into
his
the final hill,
parka.
the first set of
What?
rotations. And in fact, let's
That's
step aside and
wild.
see how the cones are sounding. In a moment like this, with the
Yeah, he's from
Draws his
Alaska.
head glitch. That's his head.
All right, it's listening.
He's left side, behind the front chair, dead.
Nice, good
One
job.
more in bed, I think.
Low
One
ballet.
on bed, dead. That is 3, we're missing one. Slash to the south,
One shot,
missing south.
plat, so. Coming out the
Yeah,
ground.
help him, he's in the right corner. Nice, that's one cat, guys.
Okay.
He's low bed. There's 2 men on me, couches in front beacon. They're rotating to now, trying to play for kitchen. Nice, they're trying to play mid kitchen. One is beacon, one more beacon,
Okay.
trust.
Yeah, hot tub, hot tub.
Mid.
Let's hot tub. One shot down.
I spun out, guys.
One more side door kitchen, one shot on you person. He's absolute, laying down there, same spot, so.
I got needed on back kitchen pot as well. Back
Good
kitchen
play,
pot.
Colt, good play. Go around right, Colt.
Just stay down from him and slash reach.
Colt, I'm going right with you.
Take my time.
Slow play single.
Kitchen pot. Austin.
You saw me?
Is your right, Colt?
Front
Just
dog.
over there.
There's one shot, BZ.
Simp on around right. He's going back to
Going
why
exit
not?
door, exit door right now, exit door right now.
Spawn back spawn.
Standing on me, absolute simp. He's spawn killing dub arch.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Fine,
right.
no.
You go couches here. You
I'll
go
be right.
couches here.
Yeah, I
Spawn
am.
behind them kitchen. Gonna get court.
One's behind a
Austin's like
single, a
B.
BZ behind a single.
You know what I'm doing?
Side door kitchen slasher.
I'm coming couch.
Nothing lobby desk. Nothing couches. Oh, he's couches right now. A BZ. Couches now at BZ.
One's behind the middle.
front
That's
up,
why it
single
was
front up.
side door kitchen
Now, to be
slasher.
honest, not bad
Side door
concept by
kitchen
any stretch
slasher
of the
like
floor.
he was
Mutineers,
annoyed.
the issue, Jay, they just can't seem to find kills.
Yep.
Finally, they were able to stop that team spree. I'm pretty sure it was up to like 11 or 12 in a row for Atlanta Faze. On the P1 hill, we usually don't find a lot of success. It's usually spawns.
I got a good
everywhere
one.
Towards kitchen, towards
Capsule's
bedroom.
McDonald's
They did a
order.
Great job of just reading every
Aw,
situation
shit.
that was happening,
Capsule's DoorDash.
which now allows Atlanta Faze to grow the lead the way that they
TJ
have.
Halley's
Up
big
80
head.
points off the rotation over towards P2. At least you got some back control. Towards back street, Slasher finds another one. Already on a spree. Atlanta Faze, they turned up on the second half of rotations.
Yeah, they have indeed. Slasher off of a pretty bad performance versus New York in terms of the stats. I think he was pretty much around double negative in both of those hard points versus New York. Having a much different story here. Everybody trying to rewrite the script. This Faze once more claim control over the lobby. Florida do have those close spawns in the meantime, so it is.
Damn, he spawned right behind him.
Make it 4 versus 1. They weed out a BZ. This is much at a time right now for the Mutineers. 25 seconds that you desperately need to have. And with those gunfights, it is going to be Florida who take those, and a few scouts have actually made their way out. So Faze will grab the final 15, and if you're Florida, you do hold on to that rotation. So much better play, at least in these last few sequences. We'll see what they can do now at the kitchen. One more break, Jay, and it feels like this game potentially could be over.
Yeah, you need a full hold, a full 60 hold right here if you are Florida. Cannot allow Atlanta Faze to break on in, especially with about 45 seconds left, because they will have the ability to close it out in towards the kitchen. Trades go back and forth on the back end. Fellow comes out on top. Still one player, though, that you have to focus on. It's only Slasher. He's just trying to stay alive for his teammates to eventually pitch the front end.
It's
Liam
only
and
Slasher.
combined for
The
two. So
slash-slinging
only one player left at the
Slasher.
point. You're contesting it all the way to the very end, but Havoc, he comes out on top again with that SMG in towards the kitchen with 2 to hold on.
Florida trying to make this one competitive. As we said, a break could really start to change the game, but how about a hold? How quickly Florida can get right back in this game, but here we go. Faze a little late to the party, but they've eventually arrived. Quite a few cooks in the kitchen, and Faze are turning up the heat.
Quite a few
Wonderful
cooks
work
in the
across the
kitchen,
board
he
from the
says.
squad. Another lovely team
Cook
spree.
me up something.
It was 7 as a squad for a moment. Simp eventually dropped, but they can feel pretty good
No.
about that score line. The near turn on from a BZ is going to lead us to 226 to
Looking
152.
pretty for Florida.
You got to give it all you got if you're Florida, and this is not an easy, not an easy hill to lock down, Jay. especially with the
Four
streak coming
dead
in from the
without the
skies.
streak.
Oh yeah, the streak's coming in and Simp on the flank.
Ooh.
The streak is not even going to be useful. As Simp is able to find two.
This could be it.
Smalls now
20
flipped.
seconds.
20 seconds away from Atlanta
Today.
Faze, closing out in the map number 1. You
Also-
see the spawns for Florida.
also
They're all the way
showing,
across the map.
everybody
Now they
but
have to try to
Simp.
attack it from bedroom side. Atlanta Faze got
Can't
all
wait
the
to
info.
see the Reddit post
They're
saying
cutting
Sim's
them all
washed
down,
up
man.
after
This
this.
game 1 is done.
Yeah, this one's
Just
this
because
one's
their whole
I've never
team
seen
is
a funnier
shitting on
Christmas
Florida,
than
I
that.
think
Like,
they're fine.
literally Slasher's just
Get
coming in
it.
over the top, and he's like,
The
oh,
captain of the
everybody's
team
dead. I guess
did
I'll
not
just go
make it
ahead
out.
and
I think he went
crash
20 and
land
20,
this one. No
which
big
is still
deal.
awesome.
Alright.
Florida
I'm
invests
gonna-
all
Not for
their
a sub.
chips into this opening hard point, and it does
Oh,
not
yeah, let's
work out
reset streams.
favorably for them.
I'm gonna keep mine
That flawless record as a team on
because it
Hotel
might be
HP
slower than default.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take a break to the restroom real quick. Be right back.
But Atlanta Faze, as I get an ad, going to win map 1 Hotel Hardpoint pretty convincingly. Pretty convincingly. Great map 1 Hardpoint win. Slasher 27 and 20. Celium 27 and 15.
Search and destroy. They make this roster change. Obviously, you got to get a whole new feel how a couple teammates like to play. But going up against Atlanta Faze on Embassy Search and Destroy is never an easy task, man. I'm pretty sure the closest they've ever gotten was in that round 11 versus Seattle.
Yeah.
Closest. Usually, a majority of the time, they're beating teams 6-1, 6-0, or 6-2. That's how dominant they are on this Embassy Search and Destroy. But take a look at the highlights. Florida, they did a great job on the first rotation of hardpoint, just keeping the game very, very close. But when it got towards the diner, that's when Atlanta Faze were able to get a full 60 hold there. Florida tried to respond over towards Platt, but then on the second rotations, Atlanta Faze did a great job soaking majority of that P1 time, keeping P2 scrappy, finding a break on towards P3, and then rotated over towards P4. So Florida kind of let their foot off the gas a little bit at the second rotation of hard points, but you got to completely shake this one off. You have to win this search and destroy.
Yeah, it just felt like some timely breaks and some wonderful holds from Faze. It felt like once they got that hard point in their grasp, they were never going to let it go. And like I said, that cruise missile just to me kind of tells the tale of this opening hard point for Slasher. He's not even in the fights yet. That streak is supposed to help get the kills. Meanwhile, while he's in the air, the rest of the team is literally taking down
Embassy Search
everybody.
next.
But Embassy
Hotel
Search
Control.
destroy. Okay, well,
Could very well
like
be
I said,
just
Faze,
3
well,
maps
that hardpoint
again.
streak has come to
We'll see.
an end in terms of that losing streak, which is great. And now they've got, well, their best search destroy map. It's one of the best search destroy teams, I guess, of all time, Jay. I feel like we've not really had that conversation about Atlanta, given the wonderful spree that they've gone on. The only map that they tend to lose is El Asilo. Well, Embassy has been red hot, like you said, 9-0. I don't see that changing today. If there was a way that it were to change, what do you think that Florida has to do in order to put that one loss up for Faze?
I think the biggest thing that Florida got to do is just shut down the aggression from Simp and Abizi. Like, those guys just, even on their defensive rounds, push out of orange, take mid-map control, do not allow you to get that bomb down for free. And they just cause you so many problems. So if you're able to take care of the tiny terrorists, you get that bomb down, you're usually going to find a lot of success. But it's never going to be easy because they still have great AR players who are watching over them as well. So it's just going to be a straight square up. I think if you are Florida, you don't want to play scared in this situation. Atlanta Faze know they are the best team at Embassy Search and Destroy. But with them having 9 reps on it, you can go back and look at the homework. You can go back and figure out what they like to do, how these SMGs like to play, because it's all about just shutting down that pressure from the SMGs. You do that, you will find some success.
And I mean, technically, the Florida franchise does have 8 reps on Embassy Search Destroy.
Okay.
But they only have 1 win. That's the issue. 1-7 here on Embassy Search Destroy. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy task for the Florida Mutineers. And I don't know, man. Like, one of the issues I feel like when it came down to this Mutineers roster forming was that, you know, at the start of the season, it was all about we can't win hard points, but we can win Search Destroy.
Yeah.
Ever since that roster change has happened, I think they were hoping, Jay, to have that balance, right, of not just being great at Search Destroy, but hoping to translate that into the respawns, specifically into the hard points. And now it feels like they're in that weird funk where Search Destroys aren't guaranteed, and really neither are the HPs all that often.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Florida, especially when you're playing against some of the better teams in the game, Hardpoint is
Wow,
always gonna be
Embassy
tough.
S&D
But the
9-0
search is
for
where it has
freaking
to be your bread and
Faze.
butter. They actually have played
That
this
is
with their new
absolutely insane,
roster
by the way.
once.
Why
They were
would
up
freaking
4-1
Florida
versus the
even
Gorillas,
chow them
but
on
then they
that?
lost 5 rounds in a row.
No,
to
let's
eventually
veto
lose that map
Bokage.
6-4. And the biggest thing that I took away
Or I
from
mean
that was
Fortress.
the
That's what I
impact that
call
Bragg had
Fortress
with the
now.
sniper.
Bokage.
He likes to push his
Bokage?
way towards the hedge side, likes to push his way
Yeah.
towards back alley. And he was
the
doing a great
Bokage
job
of
of
this
finding a
game.
majority of those first bloods the last time they played it. So look at Brack to try to set that tone with the snipe again.
Yeah, and like you said, the positive is for the Mutineers in this case is that it had at least some success on it previously. I know it was a loss
Finally,
versus LAG, but with this exact squad, you've had some had some
The
repetitions
people at
on
the
it at the same
hydration
time.
station are dipping
Also
out
know
for
exactly
the
what
day, I
Faze likes
guess.
to do. Again, they've played it
Nice.
9 times and they've won it
But look at
every
that.
single time.
It's almost
We talk about denying
420.
the plant, job done for Cap.
Look at that.
As he'll wipe away the opening
means
two.
my
It's an
drops are
instant
coming up
man
soon.
advantage situation
Oh, no,
for
Havoc.
Florida.
Oh, okay.
So now in the 3v2.
Wait, what time
Havoc
is that?
finds himself in a great
54,
position.
53,
They're not gonna be ready for it.
52.
Havoc is able to
You're
take
ahead of
down
me.
Simp.
No, no, you're
So
behind.
now it all falls into the
45,
hands of Mr.
44,
MacArthur.
43.
Yeah, you're about
1v3 makes it a
3
1v2.
seconds still.
All up to
Yeah,
him.
mad lead.
Versus Captain
Are you
over
still
Right.
uploading?
No, I ended
40
it.
seconds to go.
Well, I didn't end it, but it
Bomb is
finished,
down
so
over
I
on B, and
closed out
obviously
that
Florida are
tab.
gonna know that.
Yeah. Right.
In the
And then I
meantime, due to that
reloaded.
early round
Oh,
success,
did you
Capsules
reload your
can have that
browser?
silence to
Close
work with,
and
so you definitely
open up your
are
browser?
No,
stacking
because
up your
then that would
shots.
mess up
God,
my
do
stream.
that. It's
Selling with
cash.
a bit of information, tosses out a nade, and really
Yeah,
would
see,
love
that's
for
what
Capsule
will
to go
reset
for the
our
challenge.
times.
Brack on the
Alright,
crossfire
well,
not only
I'll just
weakens,
chill.
but eventually does
I'll try not to get hype
drop
chat
Cellium.
or
Allie brought it
commenters.
up.
This
I'll
one's
try.
not.
Off this
This
series.
one's not going to be too much
Deny
longer,
the
bro.
plant and watch what happens. Florida do exactly
No,
that.
Florida.
It's our last game of the day, too.
Yeah, that's good work right there out of Florida. More specifically out of Capsule.
I think
to
Faze
find
is
the
gonna
timing to
rickroll
take
him,
that
but
player off the bomb.
Florida
Yeah, me too.
showing a
Force
little
it
sign
into
of
a
life here in
3v2,
that
and
search.
then Havoc. No hesitation on that
What's up with
flank.
those
At least
cameras?
takes down
What's
one.
going on with
Makes it a more
Florida there?
manageable play for his teammates to try
They
to
having a
close it
hurricane?
out. Wasn't that much time left
Hear
on the
the
clock
deep.
for Cellium to try to get that bomb down or at least find both kills. As Florida were able to take round 1.
If they can add on to it, Fellow, always a master of strategy. Seen him do that twice throughout his entire career, bringing out the boomstick. Really, that bullet now belongs in a pile of concrete. Abizi, no shocking. Ends up walking away with the first blood capsule. Hey, he decides to go for the challenge as well.
Just looked the
High
wrong way,
risk,
bro.
high reward play does not favor
Yeah.
him. And
I
Faze
mean, you
walks
got a
away with the first
50-50
two.
at that point, you know what I mean?
So now in a 2v4 situation, the bomb's going to be down
See, I
at the
feel like
dead
I'm
center
pulling
of the
off what he
map.
did.
This is basically an
Well,
impossible
not what
round to win.
did, what he
You are the
was
Florida
doing
Mutineers.
yesterday, actively,
Fellow
throughout this
does at least
entire
get some
map.
information onto a player sitting towards top AC, but Abizi's just waiting for his opportunity to strike.
Almost took Brack
Fellow
out.
decides to take a shot. Abizi will turn that corner
Yep.
with an instant.
No,
Try
I
to
would have
pick up
pulled the
that kill,
trigger, bro.
but time is
Like,
ticking.
Mevo would have been dead.
Bomb still down towards the middle of the map.
Zero!
Brack just invested his dead silence and picked up nothing, but at least Fellow lines up the shot onto Abizi. 3v2.
Patience pays off, and he knows that MC
Yeah,
was
His
actually
name is
over at
Fellow.
top ACs.
It's felony, not felony.
Felony, but it's spelled
So he was
Philo
gonna say
when
he's
it's
staking
short.
his heart out. You're gonna have about
Don't
a
worry
fraction
about
of a second to hit that shot. Oh, nearly does it. Problem being is that there are two
It's
more
not
players
Hero, it's
alive.
Pharaoh.
Faze
It's
handled business.
ferocities,
Some lovely
but
shots
people
coming
call
in from
him
Tyler
Hero.
Fellow.
Rest in
But it
peace.
does not equal out to their second round. We are at 1-1.
And I was talking about Brack with the sniper, but I totally forgot. Fellow whipped it out versus Minnesota on that Mercado S&D, and he was hitting some shots. So young Tyler Fellow, he's making a former sniper very proud with the shots he's able to hit. But just not that much
See,
time
steady
on the
cat,
clock.
Notice how
Bomb being
Cellium's
down,
microphone
Atlanta Faze did
just,
not
like,
have to
goes
budge
right up
at
his nose?
all.
Yeah, he has
Tiny
to be
Terror
that guy
started
that.
They're like
that
selling him,
breathes
bro.
right
They're
into his
breathing
mic.
Two
too
kills.
hard. Yeah.
They are eventually able
He's
to
like the
close out the
Arthur of
round.
the grid.
1-1 now.
The spilled
And it's
milk.
hindsight, right? But obviously,
Like,
Faze
bro,
finds
you're
that
breathing
opening
way
kill.
too hard
Capsule
when
really
you
just
move your
jumps
mic, so he
into
moves it above his
middle
nose.
of abyss to give Faze the early two, regardless of it. Into round 3 we go. Faze.
Oh,
trying to go for
wow,
that
what a
plant. We know the
play.
strategy.
What a
They love
play
Cap.
right
Oh, goes
now.
high. Abizi's low. Plant is in, and now it is up to Florida to make the retake. Brad
Uh-oh.
over the top. Meanwhile, it's Fellow. Can he hit two
Fellow.
snipes?
Got one.
He's got one, and Havoc ends up trading on the other. 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds to go. Someone's got to sneak on that defuse. It's going to be Fellow.
I love to
great
be in the
route to
production
make his
room
way
and
in
just be
towards
able to
top
see
PD. You
all
know that
views
Cellium
at
likes
all
to play that
times.
position, but
That's
this
so
time it's going to
awesome.
be Slasher. The double chow comes in. Now it's
That's
all
snake
left up
for
to
you,
Cellium.
Sully.
Once again,
Slash
at
slinging
1v3.
slasher.
Oh, they know where he is. They know where MC is
That's a
hiding.
round for Florida.
And it will be a retake
Ruh-roh.
there for the Florida Mutineers. Great work
Row, row,
inside
Reggie.
orange to help cut away 2, and from there, Florida
I think Beef got a boner last night when I told him to wait to defuse to get his dead silence back. He was like,
But if he
oh
finds just one of those kills, it
yeah.
definitely becomes that
I was
much
like,
more
yeah,
of a
dude.
dicey round, but it is
He
Havoc.
liked that. He liked it a lot, man.
Nice
He's
little
like, good
sandwich
idea.
there for the Mutineers
Huge wang boner.
as they start.
Dude, we had like
The search
20
was starting
seconds
off well,
left on the
Jay.
defuse. I was
Good
like, wait, don't
Yeah,
defuse.
that's good work
And he
right there from
stopped.
Florida on
I was
the
like, get your
retake,
dead silence
especially with
back.
Fellow
He
to
was
push
like,
his way into bottom orange
yeah.
and go for a quick scope onto Simp. You usually do not see that happen versus one of the best SMG players in the game, but once he finds that kill, like I said, the beautiful route to jump in
He's
towards
a
top
monster on our team. I love his ACOG sniper. I used to hate it. Love it. Absolutely
Now
love
put
it.
yourself up 2-1.
Such a good addition.
This time you're back on the attacking round. It was all out pressure through P2, and they're gonna go for it once again.
Don't talk about that ACOG sniper.
Love this call. Love the call from Florida. It's
Not
the
like
line
that,
down.
you
We'll see if
don't.
Atlanta
Attachments of G8.
gonna be there on the quick rechals, and yes, they will. They've got 3 players pretty much in ear's distance. Meanwhile, it is Simp. Long-range shots. He eventually does
nades
get dealt
advance.
with. In the meantime,
A little more nades at that.
He's able to clear things away inside.
4v2 right now, Florida.
And it is instantly left up now to the ARs of
See what
Atlanta, Celium and Slasher. The all-to-do. And Slasher will start things
Ooh.
off well. MC
Celium
with
literally
a
just got peaked.
massive amount of info
And he
right
paid
now.
the price.
Oh, MC has a lot of info, but so do Florida. Is they able to team shot?
That's what happens when you're
onto
prone, man. You
Celium,
can't
take
move
him
that
down.
fast.
Now it's all
Yeah.
about the
Get up.
Slasher in the 1v3.
You
That
kinda
sounds
don't
is
move at
not
all.
going to be
Only
earned, but at
downside
least
to
it runs
prone.
out for
Yeah,
Havoc
well, I
and
mean, you
Brack.
gotta get up, you know.
The time
our
starting
fat
to tick, man.
asses.
It's a tall task
Like,
ahead.
and it takes us a
All
minute to
Florida
figure
just
out what
sitting around
button to
that bomb,
push.
waiting for the trade.
We'll see.
What a
Slasher
great
elects
shot.
to do so many angles, so
Slasher
many
is on
spots.
point today.
Now the bean cap for the first. Had some shots granted there for Brack. However, Florida remain strong. That is
Whoa,
back-to-back
where's Slasher's
rounds.
hat? First of
Now
all,
for the
answer
Mutineers
this.
as they'll go up 3 rounds to 1.
He stopped tweeting.
Hey, what's
He's
impressed
tweeting
you
right
so
now.
much? Or rather, what's impressed you so far?
Shit, his
About
hat's
Florida.
tweeting.
It's just
It's
their buy
Slasher's
counter.
hat.
They're not trying to do what everyone usually does on this map, and that's just instantly go over towards B, cross towards the sign, and try to get that bomb
Alright,
down. So they're
now
making
we
the
have
SMGs on the
Twizzlers
side
for
of Atlanta
Slasher's
Faze
hat,
completely
Kenny's YY.
irrelevant because they
What
know
would Simp
that's
have?
usually where the pressure comes in. Abizi pushes right up the middle of the map. He gets nothing, so he tries to go on that
Slasher.
Sim's temper.
but he wasn't able to pick up that kill, which eventually
Temper.
allows the pinch to come on in.
There
You
is
take
a
care of
temp.
him and
His old
eventually
name is
take care of
Temper.
Simp. They're just making the SMGs try to overextend in some of these gunfights.
Sounds
big
right.
cap.
I don't know.
Instantly through the middle, he's got the information. Cuts away a Beezy, so plant denied. Bomb is down instantly.
If I were
A
gonna make
massive
Twitter
squad.
account, it would be
Florida has found
Abizi's
themselves in
Simp.
with a lot of
no.
real estate. He's
A
gotta clean
Beezy
it up.
Simp.
That's what Simp
Havoc
is to
there
a
That's
Beezy,
pretty.
yeah.
That's pretty
today.
funny.
Wonderful work coming in from DJ Cap as Faze
Simp
now
trying
left
hard now.
in a very precarious
I still wanna be
position.
Capsule's
But he gets
McDonald's
the jump
order.
onto Fellow, dodging
Wait.
sniper bullets. And with
Capsule
that,
DoorDash,
we're into a
Capsule
1v2.
DoorDash.
So now, if you are Florida, you know that the bomb is down at B. Don't
Capsule's
give this guy another
Domino's
one-on-one
driver.
engagement, but just
Why
the
are we making
positioning
fun
right
of
there in those final couple of
people
moments. Florida able
that we
to shut down
think
Simp.
eat a lot.
But would have been a
I had to be
1v4
careful
clutch.
how I worded that.
Brack plays it super
Why
patient
not?
towards top gas.
Well,
He's able to line up that shot onto Simp.
because
3 rounds in
everybody
a row
needs
now
a
for
safe
Florida.
space
They're
nowadays.
coming out swinging in the search and destroy.
Yeah, they are, man. This is impressive work. So far
Yeah.
from the Mutineers. This is the Search Destroy squad that we
No,
Could
I would
be
make it
wanted to
Capsule's
see
body
since this
shots.
team
Havoc's
back
forearms.
at the
Remember his
start.
first time in the
of the
league,
Major
he
Three
body
qualifiers.
shotted Slasher.
As we've discussed, this squad
Havoc's
is
forearms.
2-7.
Havoc's what?
Havoc's forearms.
That was good.
On their best map.
Yeah.
Up 4 rounds to 1. We'll
That
see if
was
they can
good.
make
That
it
was
5,
good.
and it all very well could
I have
stem
his triceps.
off of one sniper bullet. Fellow aware of what could be the
Celium's Python.
He's got Simp and Slasher to deal with.
Cel-
He's done to try and
Celium's
avoid.
pocket.
As Simp has now made his way
Celium's
inside
boa
of PD.
constrictor.
A lot of things to work with. A lot of things to keep in mind if you're the Mutineers. You've allowed for
see
somebody to
that,
get
Tom?
behind
You
enemy
see that? I
lines
was
in the
thinking.
meantime. Celium
Yeah, I
finds
saw
that opening
Celium.
pick.
Oh, that's a big kill onto Havoc because he was the guy that was able to sneak his way on through kitchen. Was trying to be the playmaker for Florida, but gets easily read. And unfortunately, Fellow not able to find that trade onto Simp, but at
Red's
least Brack
KD
is there
ratio.
for that situation. Another
Shotzi's
2v2
Dolphin.
left up to Brack and Fellow. This time the bomb is on their side
Well,
of the map, but
I feel like that could be
Atlanta
better.
Faze, they are on budget. They have every single cross watched.
And Slasher, Celium, they set up the crossfire. Now it is all on
Shotsy
The Brack.
sneaky.
1v2 now. 18
Sweet
seconds to
feet,
go.
Shotzi.
This is really
Shotzi's
the story
mole.
of a lot of these search to square rounds.
Oh.
1v3, 1v4. The bomb is on the opposite side of the map. Phase stabilized. And after, what, 4 rounds, they finally put one up on the
X's
board.
second middle name.
Still some light.
Hooks
Swing right
COVID
ahead.
test.
Round is ahead.
I think that's actually
I
a
just think
thing.
if you are Florida, you gotta continuously keep shutting down that B pressure. Don't allow that quick bomb plant to go down, or even if you
Zeros
do,
callouts.
be there in a situation where you can instantly
Isn't
try to
zero
go
cool?
for the trade. Do not allow a BZ or SIP to roam around and be the playmakers that they are. Their B pressure has been shut down the last couple of rounds.
Stedman's ACOG.
Make sure you take top PD. We might see a BZ
Beef
go for a
snake
self
shots.
right off the top windows.
B second mouse
Already
button.
puts himself in a position to get this bomb down.
Should've put
Snake
that ball in the
shots.
hands of
He
Sim.
was talking about that
You know,
last night. He was like, bro, I could get you guys to
Instantly
diamond
toward the
if I
ladder.
still
Yeah,
have
he'll
my
spot
same
Bragg.
shots.
And so with that, Florida with some information, but they
Tell
know
him
that
to
someone's
shut
going to be
up.
on that bomb as it has quickly been
Dude, I
planted.
did.
Abizi does get found out. Lovely first blood coming in from Capsule. And now Simple decide to edge himself in the corner. Florida have got
Good
to know
trade.
Sim's got to be around here somewhere. At least takes one to the grave before he falls. 2v3 for
Ruh-roh,
Faze. Now
Faze.
making
Ruh-roh.
a
Celium's afro.
for Celium. Dead silence popped, and they'll get every bit of
And then
it.
afro Celium.
Celium's test tube.
Is there to stop him. 4 HP is all
Dang,
it
Florida
takes
one
to
round
stay
away from
alive,
winning
and from there,
the search match.
Mutineers now
Why does
find
Abizi look
themselves
like
on that
he
point.
Successful once
just
again on
haven't
the
taken
No,
it?
I
retake.
would be
You know
Celium's
that the
left
Tide
leg.
terrorists like to put themselves
I
around
want to be
towards the
Abizi's
side.
left
You
stick.
get that first blood onto Abizi. You know that Simp is the guy
Ooh.
that planted bombs, so he couldn't
That's
have gotten
me though,
far.
baby.
They sent both their SMGs through
You're
bottom
more of a
orange. They're
simp.
able to find the trade. And then you know, the last 2 players up for Atlanta Faze are Celium and Slasher. They're going to both put themselves in a clutch situation, a clutch spot. You take care of the guy back planners, and I thought Celium hit a great route to potentially clutch up on
I'm
that
still
round,
over
but
here
Dead
gloating
Silence
about
runs
being
out.
great value
Brett gets the
karma.
sound cues, and Florida are now at game point.
Nero's
I'm
breakfast
happy about
order.
See if they can finally
Whoa.
close out
Beans toast.
Atlanta Faze. So
No,
many teams have
Nero's
tried
breakfast
9
order
different
is a
times.
mixture of orange
They've
juice
ran
and
on
milk
Christmas
and
search
3
and
bags
joy.
of Skittles.
And 9 different times
Is
they've
that
taken
true?
it.
Yeah.
Could this be the moment for Florida?
I
Could this
like
be the
it.
round
Minus
for
the
the Mutineers?
Skittles.
Currently,
I'd
you've
probably
got
do
3
like
players
a
alive
handful of
and 2
Skittles,
of them
maybe.
That's his
With
breakfast.
the milk and the
Meanwhile,
orange
it's
juice?
Capsule,
Yeah, he
pretty much
mixes
off by
milk and
himself,
orange
by his
juice
lonesome.
together. I've
Dude.
never heard of
Over in
that.
that corner near orange. He can have a
Dude,
fight
it's
soon
they call it something.
with
It's a thing.
Celium.
It's actually
In the meantime,
good.
fellow with that sniper,
It
he and
tastes like
Slasher
the dreamsicle
have
shit.
definitely greeted each other a few
Yeah,
times.
that's-
Maybe tossed out a
I
few
imagine
waves.
that's where it came from.
This next kill is going to be huge.
It's like Pilk. Have you
Yeah,
ever had
fellow
Pilk?
No.
Trying to play for Slasher. He knows that he's the guy
Apparently
who's
it's
playing over
good,
towards
I've
A.
never
Might
had
have been able to spot at least a
Oh,
shoulder.
there's the Celium. Oh, yeah,
What?
Slasher.
See him, but it's gonna be
He's
really
pretending to
difficult
be
hit this
Celium.
shot.
Trying.
Slasher, usually a guy that has competitive integrity, but he's adapted
Oh,
to his
that's
roster. Celium was a huge one-on-one
Ooh,
versus Cap,
Sniper's
but at
still
least
alive.
Brack makes it a 2v2.
Oh,
Oh.
and Simp is able to take Brack
La, la,
away.
la, la.
Goes for the
Oh.
instant chow. Give it to
That was a
Simp.
fast.
Takes away 2.
snowball with that.
Celium, though, I feel like definitely
Like, you
had
ever
one of
line
the
up,
more
some
highlight
dominoes and
plays
hit
that
the
we've seen
first
so
one?
far
That's
throughout
what
this
Faze
surge.
did.
And that 1v1
They just hit
versus
the first
Cap.
one and ran with it.
Capsule tosses out the stun. MC quickly goes for the chow. And Atlanta
Simps.
remain
Facial hair.
alive. 5 rounds to 3.
Now they just got to figure out what they want to do on attack.
Celium's
Every single time they
Pitco.
went for that B bomb plant, it's either been retaken pretty easy from Florida or instantly shut down on the side of Florida. So what do Atlanta Faze decide to do different this time around? Gonna send Celium towards the deep street. Bomb carrier is gonna be sent, pushing on his way out towards B2.
Celium's heavy.
This might catch Florida off guard. Nobody's ready for this
Ooh,
push.
Bragg was
And
ready.
pretty much just put everybody in the box inside a middle of BZ, not expecting the crafty
3-3.
plays. They're out of Brack.
Florida
A
in
very
the lead
fast-paced
5-3.
round. Now comes to a halt.
A minute left on the
A
clock.
3 versus 3 minute on the clock, and that bomb is not far away from the A site. Meanwhile, for the Mutineers, not really anybody in ear's distance.
I feel like
Capsule's
that
gonna have to get a
commentator's
move
saying
on.
everything that I
As
say,
that
and it's
nade is
pissing
tossed,
me
you
off.
can see the arrows from Florida beginning to adjust.
Let Florida know the pressure is definitely going to be over towards A. You start with Slasher just keeping 2 players from
Capsule
Florida
chilling.
at that B bomb.
Chilling,
So it's all
chewing
going
up
to fall
top.
into the hands
Oh,
of Capsule.
You see how they jumped at the
Getting a
same
couple sound
time?
cues, but Selly
The
looks
same
good.
exact time. I
The
love it.
dynamic duo just double jump towards top gas. Not able to
Synchronization.
find that kill, but this is where Capsule can strike.
Look at Sim putting that bomb down like
Capsule
a
tries to
boss.
strike. Wonderful work coming
Right
in
in
from
the
Selly.
heat of
Solid.
battle. I love
Trying to
it.
make it
Brack.
Easy
Shot
down.
caller.
That's
20-inch blaze on the Impala.
Able to drop one, 2 more to go. Knows that Slasher's out of the fight, has to go for the quick chow. On to
Uh-oh,
MC.
Faze
But Faze
ain't
Sim
over
was on
yet.
fire.
play aggressive to start. Things slow down for a moment, and
Telling him,
that's when
say,
the wheels
kid, watch
begin to
this
turn.
pillar. And he said, yes, sir.
Great work from Atlanta. That's now back-to-back for Faze.
Those are big mid-round adjustments, mid-game adjustments out of Atlanta Faze. They know that the pressure's usually coming right up the middle of the map. They're playing to shut down our B push.
Dang, his
Complete blind counter to put
his
pressure
freaking
towards the
headset
parking lot
thing is
side.
in his
So,
eyeball.
Simp finds the timing. He gets the first blooded, and even when the game slows down,
All right, here we go.
they do not panic.
Scum's
They were just
coattail.
playing for that information. Once Capsule gives up his positioning, able to take him down and eventually work that palm plant. Atlanta
Speaking
Faze.
of you,
Necessity's far
Method
from over.
Zinny.
Right up for Atlanta. Take a look at those arrows. 3 strong to the bottom side of the map.
Here we go.
They did have that information. They know the
Wow,
cross is in.
what a play by
All
Beezy.
out push
Just
over toward
flattening
B. B's the
himself.
first one to hop
That was
in. How
beautiful.
about the tiny tears?
And see,
Wow.
Mev, that's why
Oh,
you'll
is that
never
some
be a
simp?
Beezy.
It's
Because
a
you can't
Beezy from the top.
stand to push the B
And
button in the
instantly
middle
his
of the battle.
capsule
You can't do it.
I can't.
Like
Unless you're
his
drop
lonesome,
shotting somebody, you literally cannot
incredibly
push that
claimed
button.
as the tiny
Physically.
tears.
I
Ever.
drop shot a lot.
Stand
What do you
tall.
mean?
And now
Bro, I have
brought us
videos of me and
to
you
a
jumping
round
around corners,
11
and you're in the
after being
front, and I
down
shoot you in the back of the head.
5-2.
Good.
Man, it's just these mid-round adjustments. They know how Florida have been liking to play their attacking rounds. You take Embassy,
We're
before
still
you
the
put
best
the
duo
pressure
there.
to them. And so far, that has been leading to nothing but success for Atlanta Faze.
It's almost time to
Tiny
baseball
Terrors
here
just take
soon. This
over
means
in that
hurry up. Round 11, let's go.
Oh, this is
Now
round 11.
forces
Oh,
round
shit.
11, and they're on defense again.
Oh,
See, there's that sound.
with the hit marker.
Oh, and fellow, you
Yeah,
gotta be
that's how I
kidding
heard
me.
it too.
Not able to
I
land
guess
that
it's
early
round
shot.
11 sound?
Yeah, I guess.
All pressure.
Or like,
on the
oh shit, watch
Mutineers.
this
Can they
sound.
finally
Look
tame
at
the
Havoc and
beasts?
Sim just chilling
Here
next
on
to each other.
Embassy.
He
Does
knows.
that happen to us
That's
in
just
rain?
said on the attacking
Probably.
side.
Right?
Go
We just
Florida
never
here in
know.
round
It's
11.
just,
Everything slows
Havoc
down
knows
for
it's
a
just
moment.
game of
Boy,
chicken
what
at
a
this
pick from
point.
Fellow. Mean everything
Yeah.
right now for Florida.
4v4 still.
No
Ooh,
one's
another
on
hit
the side of the
marker.
map. No one is trying to contest this sniper. They're
Oh.
just maintaining middle
How many
map
hit markers can you
control.
get
Simp
one
is able to
game?
fly
He got a
that
hit
first
marker,
one.
and then he got hit
Fellow
marker,
actually
then
gets
killed
the hit
Havoc.
marker on him as
Simp
well,
did.
so
He got shot in the butt.
not the best case scenario, but
3v3.
he's eventually going to get traded.
Florida
2v3.
3v2
looking
now.
pretty awesome. Bella's still with the
All
fucking
up to
sniper.
Selim and Slasher. Can they keep
And
the
it
streak
looks like
alive?
it's game.
Fellow with that sniper. Selim goes for the chow. Selim jumps out, and now it's all up to Slasher.
Wow.
Dodging bullets and eventually
Florida
I
able
was
to barely
calling that
live.
opposite. That was their
some
second
smiles
loss
and
of
some smirks.
SM's
That's all we get
15
for the
matches.
Mutineers, but for Faze,
Yep.
it's gotta be frustration. Made an
That's the
incredible
only stat
comeback
that I
and
could pull out of
thought
the
they
top of
could
my
get
head right
to
now,
a
but-
round 11.
They were like
shit.
9-1 on that map. Now they're 9-2.
Now has got a
That
wide
means
angle
they've been meeting twice on that map then.
Incredible work there from Florida and incredible composure, Jay.
We're looking all right.
You get that snipe on the
It's all gonna come down to the control,
Brack with
man.
the 2.0.
Gets the first blood on your teammate
It's all gonna come down to the control.
for the Mutineers. Could have
Simp
brought
is upset right now.
Yep,
It's
12-8 for the
8.
loss.
That's a 1.4
And that's a much needed map.
by my
Wasn't
math.
expecting them to take it because that's usually Atlanta
Hotel
Faze's
control
best
should be alright
They
though.
didn't ban Expo, but they picked Hotel, so
bomb pressure like the Death Touch.
no Expo
I
this time.
mean, if I'm playing, I prefer Hotel. If we're playing control, I just do not want a CeeLo and I do not want extra.
Florida Mutineers,
I'll play literally anything else. Control.
They were playing from the pressure from the time
The only other one is
I'll
Hotel.
play Fortress.
no one was gonna be able to get into that
No, I
building.
won't.
And even if they did, at least the trade was gonna be there. Great work from Florida Mutineers. The
What
time series
headsets are
at
those,
#1.
man? Those are dope.
Some great game plans in that
I don't know.
Yeah, all good things must
Super
come to an
sound
end. I feel like
canceling.
for
You see
Florida,
that foam?
they've definitely been
Yeah.
watching some Faze VOD.
All right, be right back.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the hiccups.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the alcohol ones where every time you try to speak, I can't
Oh.
there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if I take a drag my cigarette, it's an instant hiccup
Oh, I hate.
for some.
Oh, I seem to get them sometimes. Like if I get up late at night for some reason, and I decide to try to smoke.
I think I just drank bubbles too fast.
Yeah, I think it's because like you're not doing nothing and then you're inhaling a lot, and then like
Yeah, out
all
of
of a sudden
nowhere.
I just can't fucking breathe, so I start hiccuping.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fucking the brain telling your body to do something you don't want it to do.
Uh-huh.
So I'm all about it. I love it.
All about that shit.
Naturally, I love it. Fucking hate this shit. Ah! Yeah, I'll probably mute out.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
It's all
Well,
good.
show first, you know. At least while we're here.
Hey,
show
our
first.
optic one is looking like it's already going pretty good. It's already got 15 views in 30 minutes.
Nice.
We had some pretty good back and forth in that one too. So like, pretty good content rolling that match.
I was trying to like throw shit at you to like make you talk about something other than the game.
Right.
Like what names would we be type shit.
I liked it.
And it was honestly a test.
Yeah.
Like I thought about it beforehand. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it and see what it does for you, but without telling you that I was gonna try something new. You know.
It was badass. I liked it.
But
pretty
it was
badass.
Fun.
Yep.
It was actually really fun.
So we got, like I said, we got.
I
some
found
good
out I'm the great value a lot of stuff, which is cool. You know.
We can't be the real ones because or else we'd be professional players right now. You know.
It was. I mean, it was gas hard when you said Karma. It was so much gas to me. Like I love him as a player, but I was like, man, I don't want to be somebody else. But it was funny. It was good shit.
Yeah, as we're about to get Hotel Control.
Hotel, Holiday Inn.
Let's check out this last control match of the night.
How's it going,
Oh yeah, baseball time.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Later with Stud,
Andy.
one of our major qualifiers. Currently, a series going down between the Atlanta Faze and the Florida Mutineers. Mutineers just shocked the world and handed Atlanta Faze their first
that shit
loss
fucked me up.
on Embassy
Holy
Search and
shit.
Destroy. It was wild scenes.
Oh, they were 9-0 on Embassy
Round
Search.
11. So we've
Dude,
already
my
seen some
throat hurts
history
now.
made, Jay, and I'm curious if history maybe is a theme for this series because I did a little bit of research coming into this matchup. You and I were chatting about it. It was like, when's the last time that Florida?
You're just
franchise
laughing at me while I'm
beat
dying over here.
Atlanta?
I just
We have to
inhaled
go
like
all the way
nicotine
back
hard
to
to lunch.
2020. We're going to week
What else am I
10
gonna
of the
do?
Paris home series. We don't even do that stuff
I
anymore.
wouldn't expect
It has been
anything
over
less.
1,000 days since the Florida Mutineers franchise has taken down Atlanta Faze in an official series. And I say that because if we talk about different themes that have continued, you and I always know this. If Florida can win a control, it's interesting because Atlanta, every loss that they have this season comes from a control loss.
Yeah, except for the last one. When they played against the NYSL, they were able to win the control, but they ended up falling short all the way in that game number 5. I think if you are Florida, winning that Embassy Search and Destroy will do wonders for your gameplay. Momentum is definitely going to be on their side. Atlanta Faze, they're not going to be worried about it, but you are feeling a lot better.
I got
if you
one
are
tall
Florida
left
Mutineers
after this
not being
meeting,
down
and I
2-0 in
said
this
I
series going
promised
into a control
I wouldn't drink
where it's about
until after
50-50 for these guys. The overall
cutting it close.
organization has a record of 5-7, but this squad
So I'm halfway
specifically
through this
has a
one,
record
and
of
it's
2-2, and
open
their most
as soon
recent
as this
loss
one's done.
was versus the Minnesota Rocker at that
they might
home
wanna hurry.
series. And the biggest thing
They
that
might
took
wanna
away
hurry.
from this
5-7,
match
11
was
and
simply
9
their slaying.
record
Like,
for Atlanta
they did
Faze,
not
of
have a good
course.
match on this.
Pretty even
Matt,
offensive
he did
and
not have a good
defensive win
performance.
percentages here.
But
The
So
breaks
if he's
and
able to
holds,
turn
yeah,
around
I
the
saw that
aggression
too.
that he's been able to prove so far in that map number
All right,
1,
we're on
leading
board
into
with
that map number
Capsule, the
2,
big man.
he's a guy that
See
can
what
really set the
happens.
tone there.
Afro's son.
Yeah, he absolutely can. We know right whenever he played on Boston.
I thought Afro was his aunt.
I mean, his incredible nature is
Oh,
sometimes
oh,
very
yeah,
stark,
nephew.
consistent. Whenever he is playing, he is
forgot.
absolutely frying. As you said, I went back to see the hotel.
I was showing Biggie that. I was like, doesn't Napper look like his aunt? Biggie lost his shit. I was making Biggie laugh so hard yesterday.
I mean, he helps kind of lead the opening, slay out essentially for the Mutineers, but the rest of the squad pretty much handles the rest.
I want to try to set up to record the other shows, maybe like Tuesday. But
takes down a BZ, but
I was reading something.
all the players that
I'm thinking about trying to do the other part of the show either tomorrow or Tuesday if I have the time. We'll see. Which,
let me know.
and I want to drop it on like Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta make a time that we can get together for like 30 minutes, 40
You gonna
minutes.
edit it?
No. That's why it might take. I don't want it that long. I want to have a good conversation beforehand about what I'm going to talk to you about. I don't want it just like out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, get a sneak peek, a leak, as you would call it, into our production. This is how it works. Alright, well, are we doing like an hour or not? Or like an hour and a half?
No. I want like 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Like, just like I said, we're gonna go over last week, go over next week,
Right, and then bullshit along
and then bullshit along the way, right?
Right.
Like you said, even stuff like you were just doing to me in that last game would be perfect. Like if you like, oh, I'm gonna ask you a question here, or I'm gonna do, it can be free flow,
Yeah,
whatever.
what kind of hot dog are you, asshole?
Right. I'm a bratwurst, bro, of course.
Yeah, I'm cheddar with. I got the extra.
It is a quick 2 to 2
You got the
trade. It's gonna be up to Slasher in the back. Vaznev, why not?
But it depends on whether or not we
We
work
gotta bring a
tomorrow.
third.
We can bring a third.
Just not
We
wanting
need
to
a
turtle
third.
up. Wanting to force
Somebody
the
that
issue consistently.
knows Boogie.
Trying to force it constantly. Now 15
I mean,
seconds to go.
the only
Last
problem
ditch
is
effort here
getting a
for
good
the
time
Mutineers.
for us to do it, but that you guys aren't wanting to play games.
So you just want to take your time on this pinch.
Oh, no, I
Every
mean,
single
if
player
it's
has to
worth
try to win a
it.
crucial
Dude,
one-on-one.
what are we gonna
Like I
play?
said,
Call
it's
of
just a
Duty?
conversation. Little conversation. So if you might bring it up to him, and if he's interested, cool. If not,
Right. Or we could bring in a.
Over
Okay,
towards that
let's
8
say
point for 2 minutes.
It's a
Secure the first
40-minute
defensive map.
podcast, right?
Like I said, I think it's impressive, right? that
And we
Faze were
split
able
it
to do
20
that.
minutes
Often do we
piece.
talk about rush guard is
20,
pretty much a
40.
given. I know
Well,
at the
let's
end of the
say,
game, it's a little bit of a different scenario, but
15
as you
minutes.
said, 2
Well,
minutes where Florida instantly
we'll
caps
think
that
about it
first
more
zone.
whenever
From
we
there,
get to
all the
actually.
pressure is put onto Faze.
Yeah, I'm
And,
thinking like
despite maybe not
multiple
being in the more
guests,
advantageous
but like
positioning
only
when
like
it comes to defense versus
2 or
offense,
3 max.
I felt like they just had no problem.
Not
Like I
too
said,
much.
chasing kills,
3 might
trying
be
to
too
be as
much.
aggressive as possible.
But like have,
Just felt like
depending
for the
on what
Mutineers, they could
segment we're
not
on, we could bring
find a
in
kill
this
without a
person
statement
to
with
talk
their
about it.
life.
And then we'll
Great
switch
job here
segments
from
and then
Atlanta
bring
on
in that
defense. We'll
person
see
to
if they
talk
can
about it.
translate that now
Yeah, and it just depends on if they watched and
Begin
stuff,
to
you know,
pretty
like
much diverge right into
like
the
I
center.
want
But
your
you don't really
opinion.
watch, but he
Players
has
on B, they've got
opinions.
somebody also at that A
And who
zone.
knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
that's
watched
cool
for
too.
years. We just don't watch every day now.
Yeah, Florida just gotta deal
But like
with it.
Beef, he's a great
Over towards this
commentator.
B
And
point,
he's
gotta
never
try to
watched.
take him off of this side.
Dude, when we brought Beef
Be
in
all
to
out
commentate
prosecutor
with
to
us,
the map.
he's
Sip is at least able to
phenomenal.
find one before he does
Yeah.
get cut down.
You did
The
good.
second segment is already in. The stack is
And
gonna
he
be
has
here.
no
Great
idea
shots
what
from
he like. He
Slasher.
was just
I don't know if he's
going. You
different
know what
without
I
a
mean?
hat on, Lando, but
That was cool.
so far in the respawn,
we'll see.
Slasher has been taking
He's 10
over.
Slasher
He's
10
able to
and
earn
2
himself
right
that cruise.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I don't know if you checked
Tell
that or
me,
not.
man,
The
he's
Atlanta
moving
Faze
different
YouTube
without
channel,
that hat.
Slasher's Sweet.
His
He's on
hat's
the
on the
6th
Twitter
street.
profile.
He's got a cruise.
His hat's setting
himself
up like a LinkedIn.
Continue it with
Yeah.
some crispy shots. Eventually does get found out, foiled in the end. So I guess, Jay, this is an instant comparison. Atlanta Faze, well, they were able to
Yeah,
hold pretty
what a
much
nice
for
shot.
2 minutes on this A zone on defense. We'll see if Florida now can do it as well.
Yeah, Florida has
Sorry,
to
Oh,
the same exact
Selling
thing.
just
The
ran
BZ's
right in
gonna
front
system
of
a
the
little bit.
BZ.
Sorry.
Shooting
That's what
Selling
I
in the
do.
back, which eventually leads to Havoc taking him down. So
I'm really good at
already
that.
wave done.
You're the human number
It's all
2.
about maintaining this map control, staying pushed out towards kitchen, doing a great job.
Beef
with his
loves to
funnel
fucking
in towards the
kill
side of
me
the map.
in ranked.
Don't wanna
He
take
absolutely
the
adores it.
players outside this door.
I
He's
have
just gonna fly
clips
in.
of that
He's gonna
fool
go for the
quick
challenge onto
scoping
Havoc. He's
me.
able to
Yeah.
He's still putting on the pressure. This is a
He
big
is so
situation
good at it
right now.
too.
Ooh, what a
There was a time I was like, damn it, you're doing this once a map, god damn it.
Able to find the third is Capsule left between a rock and a hard place. Wanting to go for the challenge. We know how eager
He's the human TK.
And foil things. Eventually he does get found out. That is now 2 segments over at A. One more to go. One last effort here for Florida. Brad goes for the dive. He will fall. A beast.
Capsule.
What control?
Oh, Cell one.
Selling that control on that gunfight.
Excellent
He
job
literally
here
just
from
kept calling
Nice
us
job
like,
from
I'm
Faze.
gonna gun you no matter
And that
where
all
you
comes
are.
down to just a BZ
Right.
doing what the BZ does best, man. Winning
Yeah,
those
that
close
was
range
clean.
engagements, even when you think
So
it's
smooth.
basically impossible. He
Yeah, we
still
can do a
sells
couple
the way.
recordings
He's still
too,
in a
like,
position to come
and then
out
we
on
can
top.
pick which one
Once
we
he
want
finds those 2 kills
to be
in towards
our,
kitchen, those
you know,
players are going to spawn
Only
all
because
the way
you
across
don't
the map
wanna
because his
edit.
teammates were already through double arches setting up that
Correct.
pinch. You allow those kills to go in their favor. Atlanta Faze find all of them
I'm
after
with it,
that.
man. I'm down
Stack
for
is in.
whatever, honestly.
Win the big one-on-one versus Capsule.
You just gotta
towards
let
the
me
final
know.
end. Now that puts them up 2-0 on the map.
Because what I'm going to do at
Also,
first,
wait,
Pretty much
what happens
easy
when I
picking
don't
so
want
far
to do
at
it?
that V zone.
I'm just gonna run
I'm-
podcast for you.
I'm just going to do it, yeah.
Said it is Faze who come out on top, both on attack and on
That won't work,
defense.
dude.
And this time for Florida, they do
You gotta have
decide
a conversation
initiate
with
pretty much
somebody.
everybody over at that A zone. Wanting to
You need
really
somebody
kinda
that
play
has
this a little more
opposing
comfortably, a
views
little
as
more
you.
calm. Taking a look at those numbers
Well-
overall, Jay Fellow, not the greatest of performances, 3 and 10. You see him step it up alongside the rest of the squad, and well, we can see Mutineers maybe finally put a
We'll
one
figure
up
it out.
on that
We'll
scoreboard.
figure it out.
But it all starts by just closing out these points. Already the second segment is going to be in, but players from Atlanta Faze, they're not going to give this one up for free. BZ and Sim do fall though.
See, in
now
a
the only
30
player
or
here
40
is gonna
minute
be Slasher.
episode will be
He's
easy
trying
to
play
send
for a couple
you, and you
extra
can put it
kills.
on your
Actually
channel
lead
too.
him to a 1v1, but Brack is able to clutch
Tell
on
me
up.
what
They're
channel.
trying to transition over. They're trying to chain it over towards this B point. It's all about these kills, but Celium, he's able
Your
to find
channel
2,
is my
relieve
channel.
that pressure, shut down that initial push.
We've seen Faze lockdown
I
defense.
tried to upload it
at
to my
A
channel, man.
for 2 minutes now. Can they do
Nobody
it
likes Call of Duty
over at
quits.
B? The continuous theme, as you said, Jay, coming into this was the lack of slang for Florida. We saw it really be on Capsule in that game versus Minnesota. I know I just called it out for Fellow. I believe 4 and 10 or 4 and 11 right now.
Absolute.
And that little
Poppin'
difference,
Daddy.
that little
See what happens.
situation, that one little
Oh.
stat nugget could really be the defining
I forgot.
factor in what could allow for Florida to eventually get onto this B zone. Brack does get dropped toward the bottom side, and from there, Faze clear. Another wave, a minute and a half away from calling this game number 3 theirs.
And
This is
Florida
rough.
now put in a
I'm gonna have to
situation where
smoke
they
some
have
weed
to make
after
a
this
decision.
myth.
Do we rat back and
Yep.
try
A
to
lot.
fight out bed? We have no bedroom control. As BZ and Celium
Take-
already
are you in the grass right now?
flat. Celium
Yeah.
finds himself on a 5
Oh,
streak
nice.
and potentially
So
earn
you can
himself a
just
cruise
chill and
missile if he can
smoke
pick
after
up
this.
another.
Cool.
And he does just that.
First time in a long
17
time,
and
actually.
9. Cruise missile earned. Already a minute down. Florida, they cut their losses. They're
Hey,
deciding
smoke
we
with my
gotta go
homie
for the
in the grip.
overextension. Let's stop fighting bed.
Can we get a listen in this entire
Little
like
push not brewing
series?
for the
Please?
Yeah,
Mutineers. They
one,
actually
not
decided to
one.
go for the full flight. They sent everybody through middle. And that does not work out greatly at all. Tyler Fellow, yeah, he's found
Oh, man.
two Mutineers.
Fucking
I
frying.
felt like they had something good going, and
I mean,
instantly
not stat wise, but
it
holy
is
fuck.
dropped. Now 40 seconds on the clock. They're really going to try to do it again. Semp tries to go for the dolphin dive. That would have been absolutely
Capsule's
terrifying.
in the picture.
He was able to
Slasher.
grab it, but 30 seconds to go. Maybe one last good
See what
push.
Clay or
and Capsule jumps
Octane
out with no
said about
teammate
Slasher
support.
being the final boss?
Sloppy plays here for Florida.
Yeah, Florida just can't find their way in.
It's pretty
Even
funny.
when they're trying to
You gotta
overextend,
find it.
Atlanta Faze have read the play beautifully with only
He just
5
laughed
to
at
15
it. He was
seconds
like,
on the
"Alright,
clock.
chat, I'm out."
At least
And
they
then
have somewhat
closed
better
it.
control, but Slasher and Abizi, they combine for 2. Fellow and Capsule still
you know
trying
how
to
they
keep it
say,
alive.
like, Slasher's
Tries to take down
Thanos,
Sim
yada,
and
yada.
Celium. It's never an easy task. Time is starting to tick, and this is looking like Atlanta Faze in a clean 3-up.
Yeah, just gonna say, you said for a moment, like,
Cleanest
okay,
3-0 in
all
control.
you gotta do is take down Sim and Celium.
That's how control be sometimes, bro. We just kind of forget it's going on.
Yeah, I was looking at my computer like literally 90%
Well,
of
we
the
were
time.
talking about our podcast too.
Yeah, a little insight for the ones that do listen to us.
Like I said, and I kind of want to start making more of an appearance myself and talking more and making people actually be interested in what we have to say, not just...
And if we do a podcast, I can throw my camera on.
See, we can run
It's
Discord.
pre-recorded.
We can do Discord,
Right.
and I
And
can
do
pull your
like
camera.
the chat.
Yeah, and mine and yours have them both going up, and then we just have to have some kind of graphic with 2 boxes. That's why I was talking to you about graphics and for both cameras that just says the Hard Carry
That's why I was
Podcast.
talking about $54 earlier.
54. Well, that's why if we're gonna go through all this, I can give you. You can put it on your channel too and see if.
I don't know. It seemed like our sponsorship fell through from previous talks.
You said no.
I'm gonna need
You
that.
never gave me a full-on sponsorship name.
I mean, I liked it.
It's not like Florida came out and did absolutely nothing. They started off with
We never. There was no handshake or virtual handshake agreement.
Not even close. Nope. Yeah. I need my demands met.
I need my demands, man.
Wait a second. I'll drink to that. Alright, we're going to game 4, assholes.
Yep. Faze 1 map away from taking this home with them. But Florida.
It's like, you know how Shots calls his followers the little cum shots?
Oh god, yeah, I hate that, but yeah.
We can just call our people the assholes. You're all assholes. Yeah, it's kids, bro. It's us. If we're assholes, you're all fucking assholes. So get used to it. Or suck it or whatever, you know.
It feels like if you were to tell me, like, you know, the Mutineers were going to win back out of the first 3, I would, you know, definitely
Stupid assholes, man.
pretty much anything other than the Embassy Search Destroy, but yeah, here we are, 2 for 2 in
Alright, we're going back to Embassy.
Make it 3 for 3, or if we will be going
Which is kind of Faze's map. They like the Embassy.
Florida, they managed to
They
beat
like it.
and they're
Yeah, this one could be over pretty quick.
Destroy maps, a map that they were undefeated on. That game 5 as well, which is going to be guaranteed if you are the
Oh,
Mutineers,
man.
in terms of
Dude, I
like, if you win
totally
this
feel
Embassy
you
Hard
from
Club, you're gonna
earlier.
have to
I
play
feel like
the
I need a
Mojado.
nap now.
Maybe they have the chance
I
to do it
I
again. Maybe
need
they
it.
have that
I'm
special
about to make
sauce
dinner
when it
after
comes
this.
You don't
to
drink coffee, though.
this Embassy
And I
HP,
do.
though. Don't want to get
Wait,
too
you need
far ahead
another
of
one?
ourselves. Who does
No,
it have to be?
I need
What are the
dinner
players,
after
or
this
rather, what
session.
players are you looking out for
Oh.
on this map
Oh, yeah,
specifically?
yeah.
I'm definitely looking at Fellow. Didn't really have the best performance in that map, number 3. This is a guy who
Hungry.
has the ability
No,
to play really
that's why I
well for his
needed a
team,
nap,
lead
because
them
I
in
knew
communication,
I would
and
be
also
like
lead them
exactly
in
feeling
slaying.
like
So,
you,
on a map like Embassy,
except for
where he
without
is
the
running that
alcohol.
main AR for this squad,
Oh,
he
this is
has to be the
temporary,
guy
though.
to really
I'll just
set
make
the
a cup
tone,
of
hold
coffee
down
and
the
be
power
back on.
positions, make sure he's setting up his teammates, his SMGs to
I
just
do
roam
not worried
freely,
about my
swarming on the
tiredness.
better side of the map. So
That's for
that's
sure.
the biggest thing, 'cause Atlanta Faze
I used to
also
drink
gonna see
coffee a
odds
little
like
bit
they
whenever
simply suck at rotations.
when we
They
work
do
out.
not put
Sometimes
themselves on the better side
all
of the
subs
map,
get
just
free
at the
coffee
beginning
on
of those
Fridays.
hills.
Oh, yeah, before 7.
Like I
Yeah.
said, 1 in 7
So
record, you know, the
we'll
stats
go in
aren't
there and
good.
fucking
They
get
are
free
dead
coffee,
last
and
in
I'll
holes,
drink
they
a
are
cup of
dead
coffee
last in
then.
breaks. So if
But
you're giving
only
up
that
rotations to
bougie
Atlanta Faze,
coffee.
It's over in 3. I mean, it's over in 4.
Yeah, and honestly,
Super
too, like,
French
Relax.
vanilla
Yeah.
cream
opportunities
latte.
here
Here we
for
go.
the Mutineers,
Yeah.
maybe to walk away with this map, or to at
Crappuccino.
least make it
Fucking
competitive,
four-
just-
Crappuccino
fingers,
before he
12
knew.
fingers.
You are Atlanta Phase, as we know, man. You called it out. I think Ali was
Bro,
bringing
you're
it up,
drinking candy.
tweeting about it lately. When it comes down to Atlanta Phase, like
It's funny,
just when it comes
whenever
down
I
to
drink a
the
cup
way
of
they've been
coffee,
playing,
I don't have to
hardpoint, at least
poop right
lately,
away,
like,
but it's
not
like
really
3 hours later,
based
I
off
definitely
rotations.
have
They're
to.
banking
Build.
on those breaks,
Yeah.
They're banking on
Yeah, with
banking on
people,
those
it's either
holds
one or
once
the
they
other.
manage to have
I'm
the
like
hardpoint
you
in their
are.
grasp.
It builds.
Yeah.
I don't have to shit right away, but I know people like they'll light up a cigarette in the morning and take one sip, and they're like, "Yep, here it goes."
Yeah, here it is.
I'm like, all right.
See, now I still take a shit in the morning, but if I drink a cup of coffee, I'm taking another shit by 10.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's the
Yeah,
best
that's
shit,
the
bro.
biggest thing. You gotta win a couple rotations, and this is a guy that you have to shut down. 1.77 already on the series.
What is
Like,
this
if
music?
Cellium is
I heard this
ever under a
yesterday too. It
1.0,
needs to stop
I
that.
need you to let me know.
Yeah.
Because I think
That was
it's a
some
super rare
techno
thing,
crazy
like a rare
shit.
candy in Pokemon. It just simply does not pop up. He's just different, man. Florida starting off on the better side. They're gonna try to play for some P1 time, but Sim with the Kobe right to
Have
the
a
face
Guardian
of Capsule
P2.
takes him off of that.
Instantly, I
Say
love that.
Kobe anymore?
You can't say that.
I never really collected Pokemon
Not without making
cards,
people
but I tell you
sad.
what, if I got a rare Cillium,
Yeah.
I would keep that for
Like
sure.
Maniac.
Yeah, without question.
Gotta say
Oh,
LeBron.
yeah.
I'll get him to sign it and everything. That's my guy,
I don't know
MacArthur.
who
He's definitely a
that
hollow,
is.
but if he was a Pokemon, what
Of course
would
you
he
don't.
be, think?
Charizard, because he's literally godlike, so.
Easy, love that pick, Jay. I don't know anything about Pokemon, but I know who Charizard
Well, no,
is.
no, no,
Into the
shit
heart,
about Pokemon.
and it's
That
Big
leads
Cat.
me to believe
Starting
one
things
thing.
off nicely. I love to
He
say
was a
Big Cat.
bully.
Instant
You're the
work into the
bully or
P1 as he looks to
nerd.
get things going. Everybody.
Yeah, I
in
bet you he
search
knows
of
all
those
the
bottom
Yu-Gi-Oh
side
cards though.
spawns. Currently, it is going to be a 2 versus 2 fight. Everybody spawns
go.
up, and now long range shots. Rack versus Slasher, and well, that van will do all the work.
What? How many positions
Good old
in
let it
football
go.
offense
The
are
headbutt
there?
into the point we go. Faze with the minor lead.
Faze with the minor lead, and Celium's working
2
his
if you're
way
gay.
towards back gas, but Fellow's able to sniff him on out.
Whoa,
So if
bro.
you are
All right,
Florida, at least you
research
put
this
yourself
thing.
in a great position to concentrate on this hill, or at least not allow Atlanta Faze to get a majority of
That's
this
what I
time.
can say,
Great shots
Predator.
from having to take down Sip. You got Slasher at 1 HP. Somebody hit a stun, someone hit an aid. But nothing's going to come over the top if the trophy system is going to keep him alive. That eventually sets up a BZ on the pinch. He
looking
finds
mean right
2.
there.
Selling with the lure.
Mean,
Last player up is going to be
lean fighting
Capsule. But now it's
machine.
all going to be about this rotation.
He's about to get
Faze
off work,
finding a couple
too.
kills. Going to be a man disadvantage already at the necks. And that's not a good way to start. You
want the
need
rest
to
of
make
this
sure you
beer,
set up
man.
at these hills
I
early
didn't
if you are
try.
floor.
Yeah, these are some great spawns as well that Atlanta are getting. I think if BZ spawned up in orange, makes the hit to allow for the pitch to be solid for Faze. Spawns up again over at middle, then Atlanta have those numbers to now
Faze
pretty
have
much
the
bounce their
rotation.
way quickly into the ACs.
All right,
this
I gotta
is
go,
pretty
man.
much the hard point,
All right.
Jay, that we look at when it comes
All
down
right,
to
later.
love
Embassy.
you.
It is going to be this hard
Be
point
back
as well
after
as the
the
next
games,
one.
but
All
All
about
right,
the top side
sounds
of the
good.
map. Both teams will battle and duel to try and lock it down. Early time was going the way of Atlanta. However, few members from Florida waltzed their way on in, and now they could be in threat of a lead change.
It could be, but you still have to worry about a BZ who's just trying to take you off, take his time in towards orange. Because, you know, he's
Basically tie game here.
Get that player off the time for now, but eventually he goes for the child. Beautiful crossfire set up by Fellow, sitting in towards top ET to at least relieve some of that pressure. But Atlanta Faze from top bridge able to get right back on in, and with only 20 seconds left, now you're gonna force Florida off that rotation, and that's a big 2 kills because at least you're relieving some of that pressure from O.
Yeah, I think you're happy with that if you are the Mutineers. All things considered, early rotation for Faze. We talked about how AC can absolutely be a money hill. You make them work for it, and you ultimately pretty much do not lose the rotation. We'll see what Slasher can do in the meantime toward the back.
Slasher,
end, as he'll
good
actually
play.
be able to tap away at Fellow. So by no means all forces up currently for the Mutineers. And toward the back, Faze are going to waltz their way in. Brack lines up 2 and make it 3. Wonderful work there from Mr. Newberry as he delivers a triple, and the Mutineers begin to watch what hopefully should be a lead change and maybe a solid lead earned. 35 seconds to go at office.
Yeah, that was great plays from Brack and Havoc. The only 2 players there for Florida Mutineers at the time. Brack is able to find 3. Shut down that initial push from Atlanta Faze. So now with 25 seconds left, this is where Atlanta tend to make a couple mistakes. They're still challenging goal with only 20 seconds left. We have to hit that rotation over towards Kitchen. And at least they win a couple gunfights. They're able to get those close spawns over towards
got
next.
the box packages.
Florida with a great hold over towards P3. Give themselves a nice little 30-point lead.
Yeah, and with a few of those light challenges, again, you're going to have some guys sitting in the respawn screen. So it does allow for the Mutineers to pretty much weasel their way throughout the map.
I thought I muted.
Pretty much
Sorry.
uncontested. And if you had, you know, again, those players rotating, it may not be as easy. We'll see what the Mutineers can do with a slim to maybe not at all type of advantage. Capsule 12 and 9. Trying to lead, initiate a little bit of something inside of the kitchen. He eventually flounders, but for the rest of the Mutineers, you necessarily can't say the same. Fellow pulling out that Vaz and watch it work. Great work coming in from Tyler Fellow. Lead continuing to grow now for the Mutineers. They know where Faze are at, and they are running at them. Wonderful job here for the Mutineers. And we'll see if they can lock the remaining 20 seconds down.
Yeah, this is a big time right here if you can get this, if you are Florida. You know where the pressure's coming in from. Just got to win these trade battles. This Capsule's going to start it off. Fortunately, he's only able to take down 1. Back eventually gets shut down as well. So Atlanta Faze, they find the break with about 10 seconds left. So that remaining time is going to be theirs. But what a first set of rotations.
Yep,
In the
Florida
hardpoints
playing
from
well
Florida.
so far.
Get
Can
a
they
great
hold
answer,
on to
keep
take
P3
it to a map
scrappy,
5?
Full 60 hold at P4, about 30 to 40 seconds in towards Kitchen. Exactly how you want to answer to try to force that game 5.
Yeah, like you said, it just kind of feels like they're pretty focused on what the game plan is. Like they're not necessarily trying to run with the likes of Atlanta Faze, just trying to rotate, trying to set up, establish what they can. And I think, you know, as we talk about it so often, man, like I said, the P3 to P4 rotation, great work to at least make Faze work for ACs. They hold down pretty much all the time over at the office, and that's the scoreline that you're going to see pretty much 9 times out of 10. Speaking of numbers, as we said, that P2 is what we are focusing on. And Mutineers are not about to let it slide. 3 members toward the bottom. Faze awarded the final 13 at P1. And from there, Mutineers are essentially going to make Atlanta have to go for the attack here.
Yeah, they have to force them to rotate, at least find a break, because all of Florida, they're ready for the push. They know where the pressure's coming in from. Hopefully, Brack has a trophy system to assist them, but no. Slasher with the nade is now going to be able to take street control. Florida Mutineers are in a very sticky situation. You're getting those close spawns towards back gas, but you don't want to allow Atlanta Faze to get this next wave of kills and eventually spawn you guys out. But what a repitch coming in from Havoc. Secure those spawns for his team. Brack finds a third, Capsule with the 4th, and finally, Florida able to get on that point.
Yeah, they had to work for it. They had to allow for a few kills to go the opposite direction, but that pinch eventually does get established. Wonderful work there from Havoc.
Wow.
Oh, great shots covered in from Capsule. Was not firing on all cylinders yesterday versus Roger,
Havoc is on one right now.
Confident as you'd like, just runs right into the line of sight there of Slasher, regardless of it. 13 seconds on a fight for at P2, but it is Mutineers in commanding lead. And now, Jay, we're already talking about it for Faze. This has got to be a lockdown hill. Last time it was not.
Yeah, you got to get some good time if you are Atlanta Faze, and with Celium dropping in that position that he was, it's not going to make it any easier, because you know at least one player from Florida is working that deep flank over towards PD, but so is Sim on the flank towards top bridge. He's able to cut down 2. Slasher reads the play from Havoc, and they maintain the better side of the map. So far, this has been uncontested 20 seconds. Atlanta Faze, great hole.
It's a great position as well from Celium, so that is going to be player 6 and Simp, who's also spawning toward the top side of the map. So Faze doing what they have to and pretty much setting up an escape route. Regardless of how these gunfights go, they're going to be in a good position regardless of it. And with that, Slasher wins his fight. Final 20 look good to belong
Basically
to Faze.
tying it up.
Another lead change inbound, as well as a big 1v1 happening over at the office. Player 5 versus player 1. See if Celium or Capsule is able to take it. He will fall. Florida gets scrapped. Faze get rotation.
Now this time around, Atlanta Faze, they're going to be able to set up for this P4 hill. Take down the player.
It's going to be hard for them to take this away from Faze.
Unfortunately, Celium with that
Havoc made a good play, and Celium killed the BZ.
Some problems. Where the last 2 players from Atlanta Faze going to spawn all the way across the map towards Vincennes.
Oh,
so it's going to
no.
be Florida just flooding on into the hill. Every single body flies on in. They find the kills, and they get the break.
Yeah, they see that team kill pop up and the kill feed. They're like, all right, boys, let's go. Let's get into this. Taking advantage of every opportunity are the Mutineers. Back and forth we go. A wild embassy hardpoint so far, and it looks to only elevate itself that much more. Mutineers continue to lock it down. 20 seconds still to fight for, and Slasher wants every single point. Mutineers will lock up the final 15, and now the rotation comes in toward Kitchen. Last time around, Jay, it was an early break from Florida, and no pun intended, but it was all-out chaos, all-out havoc. When it came down to the Vaznevs, here from the Mutineers, can they do it again and extend their advantage? Let's step aside, though, and go to the comms and listen with Atlanta Faze.
Too close right.
Gas, bro. Got bro.
It's too close right, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna break here, okay?
Orange on me, challenge me. He's or sign.
Down sign. Come left.
I mean.
Fine.
He's got.
That guy's gonna spawn up right.
I spawn on orange, guys. Yeah, good. Like. One shot, dead.
Let's just find out. Try to go fast. Back alley.
One shot back alley, cap. I'm trying first. On the head corner. On the head.
Over there, bro.
I'll go. We still win this.
Yeah. Don't
no pressure on this.
I'm playing bridge.
We need no pressure on this.
Yeah, we got to. I'm staying top office. One's P2 all right now.
In cafe. One shot in cafe.
Have no time. Just do one time now.
Cafe time. Wait, man. There. I'm spawning.
I mean, those are fine
This
comms,
is pretty
but
much
it's
it, I
not
think.
equaling out to anything, Jay. I mean, it's an instant break.
About
over
14
at Kitchen,
seconds
and now we're
on
less than
P1
15
left
seconds away from calling
for
game
Florida.
here for the
Gonna take it to
Mutineers,
game 5.
Having a game 5 forced.
Florida, they just came out swinging, man. They find the break in towards Kitchen, holding for basically a full 60, and now only 14 points away from forcing this game number 5. Atlanta Faze have to start playing some perfect COD. Got to make sure you don't allow them to get any time off this P1, but you want to fight these gunfights towards the backside of parking lot. You're trying to maintain that P2, but Florida Mutineers, 12 seconds away. All someone needs to do is hop on the point, but and thinking about playing for those spawns. You see Havoc, he has yet to move from Xbox.
Not looking to change anything up, but how about Capsule? So far throughout this series, he has been a man on a mission. 0.5 yesterday versus Minnesota. He's looking for a 1.5 here in this series. Only a few more points left here for the Mutineers. The final 5 will begin to tick away at that first hard point. And now to the parking lot we go. Havoc, the first line of defense. Meanwhile, it's Capsule trying to put a fork in Faze. Oh, he can't.
Oh!
He's not able to take it. And now here comes Atlanta. 2 members strong toward the back line. Brack snaking his heart out. Give him the dub. Give him the victory. Game 5.
Florida taking it to map 5. Going all the way with Faze.
Florida, man. They come out and they make the statement. They knew what the game plan was. We win a couple rotations. We will be able to set up properly and hold down some of these money hills. And
Another
even when
map
they
5
did win
inbound.
rotations, they were finding the breaks at the beginning of all of these hills. Atlanta Faze, even with putting themselves towards the top SC spawns, towards that P4, they just couldn't get the proper setup, man. They're lacking in the fundamentals, and you see Florida were able to capitalize on it every single time. What a performance from Capsule. 32 and 27, almost 60 engagements
32
on the
and
map.
27
But the
for
other
Big
AR on
Cap.
the opposite side, in Brack, 28 and 16, holding down the power positions. The Super Soaker alongside Fellow
Super
with almost
Soaker.
2 minutes in hill. They just allowed the SMGs to roam free, maintain the spawns, and just played some beautiful, beautiful embassy hardpoint, man. This series is not going how I expected, Lando, but somehow, some way, we are going to a game 5.
But Jay, are you surprised? Are you surprised? Like I said,
It's probably the jackets, man. Like, we're matching today.
I tweeted out. I was like, you know what? I heard that apparently if you're matching with your duo, it means that you were going to game 5s. Well, you and I have got 2 of those. Not that we needed the extra buff, but you know, we've got it today. Who would have thought? Atlanta versus Florida, going all the distance. It is what it is. Mercado Search Destroy up next. As we said, another technically map that Faze is undefeated on. Can Florida make it back to back? Are they about to beat Faze on Embassy and on Mercado? That would be wild, but that is what it takes to take down a roster.
Yep, crazy. Be right back. All right. Had to throw some trash. What, Marley? What do you want? I ain't making nothing. She making you dinner.
How's it going, friends, and welcome back to the Major 4 Qualifiers. What a crazy and wild day that it has been. We came into this series talking about Atlanta Faze versus Florida Mutineers.
Go.
We'd be happy if it at least saw a game 4, considering you'd imagine Atlanta are hungry to get a W. I guess you could say the same thing for the Mutineers, but they're off the 3-0 loss versus Minnesota yesterday at that Wisconsin home series. Now, Jay, I don't know what to think. We're going to a game 5. I don't think any of us expected it to get here, especially in the way that it happened. Florida beat Atlanta on Embassy Search and Destroy. Can they beat them on Mercado too?
That would be insane, brother, because we're talking about stats like 9-0 on Embassy S&D. Atlanta Faze undefeated on the map. Should have been an easy one for them, but Florida clutch on up. 1-7 for Florida Mutineers on Embassy Hardpoint, and they make that one look easy. You see the records for both of these teams, 3-0 for Atlanta Faze. When you talk about the numbers for Atlanta, everything on this map is number 1. First blood, attacking rounds, defensive rounds, everything goes in their favor. But Florida, they are just trying to keep their champ stream alive, man. Taking a team down like Atlanta Faze can do wonders for your confidence going forward, and magically making it to this game number 5. This is a crucial moment for both squads.
It is indeed. Into round 1 we go. Information gained for either side.
Oh,
Sim. It should look like it was known. He was stunned in the middle of the map, but it does not matter. Him and Abizi handling business, and good night to Tyler Fellow. A statement round number 1 there for Faze.
I just meals. That was way too fast. You had Celian whip out the sniper. He's able to watch over Sip as he pushes right out the middle of the map through tunnel. He's able to start off with the initial 2. And then when the trades are starting to be abound, Abizi whips out that AR, and he's able to find the final 2. Already the Tiny Terrors are making their impact felt early into this map. Up 1-0 is Atlanta.
Good God. All right. Well, as we said, Embassy Search Destroy was dominant for Faze. There's a reason why nobody's been playing them on Mercado, though. Maybe for reasons like that. Scary indeed. However, pretty much a mimic strategy coming in for the Mutineers. Sniper over the top. Fellow not able to hit it. In the meantime, they did send Havoc over through that middle tunnel. And this is a pick that he's going to need to find. Simp, Abizi.
Oh, wow.
Abizi
Simp and
again.
Abizi
Everybody winning
are
their
rickrolling
gunfights, as
everyone.
now it is all left up to Fellow. A sniper and a pistol is all that he's got. And we'll see what he can do. 4 members to take down. And a bomb that has got to get planted. Tagged up and nearly bagged up. Best of luck.
I can't believe Atlanta Faze just didn't go for the Eagle Chow. The guy's got a sniper pistol. We can all just run at him. There's no way in hell he's going to be able to get 4 quick scopes in a row. But once again, the Tiny Terrorists make it happen. First blood from Sim. Abizi there for the instant trade. Already starting off at 5-0. This has not been a good time for Florida. These rounds are going by super damn fast. Now that leads to Atlanta Faze already up 2-0.
The Mutineers, I mean, like I said, 2 rounds that have quickly gone by. They were actually off of a loss on Mercado Search Destroy yesterday. They played it versus Minnesota, lost 6 rounds to 3. Only positive really was Fellow. I feel like Jay put up 6 snipes in that game alone. Other than that, not really too much to speak of out of the Mutineers. Abizi again with the first blood, cuts away. Havoc Slasher is there to drop Fellow as well into the instant 3v2, and boy, do you need an answer if you are the Mutineers. Wow. A quick 1v3 for Cap. What has he got?
1v3 for Cap. Slasher's going for that stretch plant. Stun comes in. They know exactly where he's coming from. Let me just tell you right now, I don't want to play Atlanta Faze on this map. Just the way that they are playing it so far, non-stop aggression. They're not worried about the pressure in towards Cantinas because they have 2 of the best SMG players to ever touch the sticks in those initial engagements. Find another first blood. That's so far 3 on the map for Atlanta Faze. Now that leads to a flawless scoreline so far, 3-0 for Atlanta.
We were talking about coming into this series just in general, Jay. The fact that Faze are on a 3-series losing streak. It's the first time it's happened in CDL history. We're going to bring it up about how, well, okay, Easy drops off the rip. We're going to talk about how, really for Atlanta, they've got to come in pretty much hungry. And you thought maybe coming into this game 5, they'd have a few of those nerves, but by no means Feels like a Mercado. It's a chance for them to stretch their legs, keep that gameplay moving. All out aggression so far throughout our first 3.5 rounds. And the Mutineers pretty much have that Cantina door slammed right in their face. They'll back on up. And given that, Brack will actually stay here while the rest of the team decides to go for a bomb rotation.
They're trying to play the mind games right now with Atlanta. With Brack holding down this position, he's hoping he gets a couple sound cues of a couple players trying to rotate off. And it looks like it might be working out perfectly. It's what Florida are trying to do. Gets some information on the slasher. Fellow's able to take him down, so it's all up to Sip and Sell. Can they clutch up in the 2v3?
Oh, Fellow! Great gunfight.
He just
win
baited
versus
that
Sip.
kill
You see the
cam. That
mind
was really
games?
nice.
They've
As soon as he
absolutely
killed
been
that guy, he
playing.
went right, and then he turned around and came back toward the mid, and Sip was like chasing him.
1v3, not able to take
He
it.
baited that
round
kill
has
cam really
Fellow's name
nice.
Written all over it. Not with the snipe, but this time with the tack. They get pretty much bruised and battered at the Cantina. They make Faze have to gamble, make them get a little uncomfortable by not actually expressing aggression. And with that, Faze go for the rotation. They get cut out in middle map. And Florida finally, after 4 rounds, Jay, they've got one.
Yeah, that was good work from Florida to find that first blood onto Abizi. And then even when things got a little bit scary towards Cantinas, they slowed down the game. They forced Atlanta to rotate. They played right into what they wanted them to do. Florida able to finally get one on the board, but now you just have to figure out how you want to stop this aggression. Over towards his A-bomb, another first blood for Abizi. Abizi finds 2. He cannot be stopped, man.
Oh, and you know he wants to go for the third. He wants to go for the third. Celium takes it. Is it a hat trick? Not today. Not today.
Overheated a little bit.
Thankfully finds one, and you can tell, man, you can tell for the Mutineers, they want to slow down the game, but they just cannot get a harness on Faze. They cannot slow them down. Brack trying to go for the cheeky angle, but it's not going to work out. Faze lose 1 round, and they say, well, that looks to be all that we're going to lose. Aggression once more established. 4-1.
They just got to figure out how to stop that Cantina's push, man. Because Atlanta Faze and their SMGs are just not slowing down. No hesitation on that aggression. Over towards Hedge side. They find another first blood on the round. Keep in mind that Abizi does have that cruise missile to work with, but he might not even decide to invest it with the way that they're currently playing in this map number 5. Like to see Florida try to get another first blood with the nades, slow down that pressure, but it's all about just slowing down this game because you're playing into the hand that Atlanta Faze wants you to have.
Havoc, their main man, over at the Cantinas, thankfully does get on the board after an 0-4 start. As we said, the main guy that really could be a threat inside of this part of the map. Bit of a slow performance, thankfully. He's able to get one. And with that, Faze wait. Look to play patient. All eyes onto the Mutineers. Bomb on the back of Fellow. Gonna dive in on the bomb. Actually finds a pick there on the slasher. Quick 2v4.
2v4 now, and both the Atlanta players are here. Ready for the push still. Through Cantinas. Fellow's just gonna fly out with the bomb. Celium eventually sets up the team shots. Eventually tries to set up Sip to find 2, but he's at least able to get out with his life. Now it's all up to Celium in a 2v1 situation. Capsule's gonna line it up. I thought it got a little bit scary, but Florida Mutineers, just a couple more bodies on that side of the map, are able to win the trade engagements and come out on top in the round. Now down 4-2.
That was one of the most disrespectful 1v2s I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
Look at the 2v4. Sip and Celium just casually knocking a few away, and then Celium in the 1v2 just goes for the dolphin dive out the window. We've seen that happen a few times, like Krim back on checkmate, like in Cold War. Celium from the top side of the Cantinas goes for the dolphin dive. The craziest part is that he absolutely can win a fight like that, regardless. 4 rounds to 2. Swing round indeed. We'll see what the Mutineers can do.
That would have been a
With a little
ridiculous
bit of
fight.
life. As Abizi looks to bring in the streak and hopefully get them to that series point. Cruise missile looking for information and does. It's off the building, and that is Fellow who's caught.
So now in the 3v4, Atlanta know that they have not all the pressure over towards B. Havoc tries to make the hero play, but he gets sniffed out. Now in the 4v2, left up the capsule. and Brack, as that bomb is now going to be planted. Slasher holding back middle head glitch. Capsule's basically trapped. What can Brack do? At least wins the initial gunfight and gets out with his life. Makes it a more manageable play, but Simp cuts down Cap. Now it's all up to Brack. 1v3.
Yeah, I know there's just not a whole lot of time left. Capsule's left in an awkward spot, but still just not a whole lot of cohesion there for the Mutineers. Once that streak comes in, it's just all-out chaos in
Nice
this
job
round.
from Faze. One round
Faze
away
utilized that cruise missile perfectly.
from taking
from
this
there,
home.
It's been a few rounds at times for Florida, but they deny the swing round, and now they've got pretty much everything going for them. As we said, Mutineers have had their moments, but Atlanta looking to close the series out here.
And right there, Florida, they were playing for a different little look over there to try to stop that Cantina's push, but it was complete blind counter on the side of Atlanta Faze. They said, all right, we've been pushing you over towards that A-bomb every single time. You guys haven't been able to shut us down. But this time, we're going to catch you off guard with the cruise missile, use it to get the information to get the bomb down at B for free. She's now going to put Atlanta Faze at game point. And another dash over here towards the Cantina.
Oh, no.
Well, Celium takes down Slasher off the start. Normally we'd be beginning to panic, but thankfully,
hey, it's a first blood.
That's true. I don't know if that actually counts as a first blood. We'll have to talk to our stats guy Tim about that one. The BZ does find the first technically kill when it comes down to the opposite side of things. Simp at the same time
man,
finds one on to Havoc. A 2 versus 3 now for Florida. And what can they do given this position, given this spot? Looking to join up, brothers in arms. Can they come away with the clutch?
Up to the arrows on the side of Florida. Making that rotation over towards B. Simp and Abizi are both still alive, so you know they're running around as an army of 2, but Celium's also a part of them, so it's 3 of them that you gotta try to win gunfights versus. As the trophy is gonna get down, time is starting to tick. All of Atlanta Faze here for the retake.
Timing works out. Fellow able to escape with his life. Both into 10 they go. Brack ends up dropping a BZ. Now it's up to Celium and Simp. Time continues to tick. Fellow jumps out and is able to win that one as well. So now it is up to Simp for the series, and he is gonna go for the defuse.
No way.
In broad daylight.
No way.
In broad daylight.
Oh.
Oh my God. Florida go for the chow. They take him down. It just feels like anything other than that play is what's expected. Simp punches in the digits, and Fellow, the intuition to maybe just check the bomb, the double, or just to make sure, just to double check. And with that, the Mutineers deny what would have been hilarity. That's for sure, Jay.
Yeah, Florida, we're able to clutch on up. In a 2v3 situation, Brack with a huge one-on-one versus the BZ, and then Fellow, like you said, jumping out of top window, going for the chow onto Celium, winning that 1v1. Such a crucial gunfight to keep them alive in this search and destroy. But how do you shut down this pressure towards green? You know where BZ and Simp are gonna be. This time they get their trophy system down. Capsule's able to find the first blood. Already a different story.
Oh my goodness, and Cap right in the Cantina. Wow. BZ gets gifted too. Florida, you did everything right, except you didn't account for a BZ. Brings it in now to the 2v2. Position known of a few players. It's the double
One
chow.
left. That's
and
it.
It's all up to Brack.
Faze
He goes.
going to take home map 5 and the win against Florida.
And managed to get their first win on the board here in the major.
Very nice. Very nice from Florida. Very good plays. Very good game. That'll do it for us here today, this weekend, here on the Hard Carry. We're going to be bringing you podcasts midweek sometime, so keep out a lookout for that. Much love, guys. Thank you very much.